everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Triple P with me, Surya Sridhar. So guys, Raam and I have just finished exploring Dubrovnik and now we've come down to Split. Now one of the places that you absolutely cannot miss is the Diocletian's Palace. It was built 1700 years ago by the Roman emperor called Diocletian, and it is super huge. It's 215 meters by 180 meters, so it takes up half of the old city. And guys, obviously it is not a palace in the traditional sense. It's actually more of a fortress. It was intended to be half a military garrison and half his retirement place. And over time, the transformation has been quite interesting. Now, after his death, a lot of the citizens used it as a safe place against invaders. And that is why, until this day, there are a lot of shops, businesses, and it's just vibrant and bustling. Right now, there are around 3,000 people living here, and I'm gonna walk you guys through these walls and show you 5 places that you cannot miss. Let's go. So we've just made our way to the peristyle. It basically refers to the inner courtyard surrounded by columns. And it was especially important for the Emperor Diocletian because he used to make his grand appearances here for his cheering crowds. Now, until now, you will notice that they're beautiful designs, they're elaborated designs, polished floors, and the most important thing, that it is very centrally located. It is in the middle of the palace. And one really fun fact is that if you come here during the summer months, you will notice an actor playing the part of the emperor and parading around, so don't miss that. Vestibule. It is the entrance to Diocletian's residential palace. Now, one of the very interesting facts that we found out was that when people came to visit Diocletian, they actually had to enter the vestibule and they had to lie in a prostrate position to greet him, and that was sort of his rule. Nowadays, in the vestibule, you'll find something even more interesting over here. You'll find a group of klapa singers who sing the Dalmatian folk songs. So let's check it out. You might notice some Egyptian influences. That is because Diocletian did not just have dominion over this area, but he also had dominion over Egypt. Now, he had ordered 12 sphinxes, including these red columns, from the era of Thutmose III to be brought here to Split. Now, unfortunately, out of these 12 sphinxes, only one remains right here in the peristyle. The other 11 were destroyed after the arrival of Christianity because they saw it as pagan symbols. Let's check it out. Cathedral of St. Domnius, which I honestly believe is the octagonal cathedral of paradox, and I'm going to tell you why. So it was originally built as a mausoleum for Diocletian, who was also known as a persecutor of Christians. He was entered here in 311. Now, in the 5th century, what happened is the Christian citizens who were living here took out his tombstone, destroyed it, threw his body out into the river, and then changed this mausoleum into a church for Saint Domnius, who is now the protector of this city. Isn't that interesting? So last but not least, we have come to the substructures found under the vestibule. Now guys, they have played a different purpose during different eras. Now for example, during the Roman era, they were used to elevate the chambers of Diocletian above. And they were also used for storage spaces. Then during the medieval times, they were used more for residential purposes, and over time, very interestingly, were used as a waste pit. Now you might ask me, what's so interesting about that? Now architects and engineers believe that the substructures were not strong enough to have actually held up the chambers above and the palace walls. So they actually say that it was only due to the waste pit that the whole thing didn't come crashing down. Isn't that interesting? Now guys, nowadays it is used more for exhibits. It was used for the Game of Thrones shooting scenes in season 4, and as well as that for souvenir shops. So let's go check it out. Watching the video. I really hope that you found the 5 places interesting. Don't forget to walk around the Diocletian's Palace and check out all the other stores and shops. It's very fascinating. If you did enjoy the video, please hit the like and subscribe buttons below, and I will see you guys next time.